Jai Shri Krishna Mitro. Last time we can discuss about optical isomerism, in which we can discuss about the chirality, chiral center, disymmetry and symmetry operations. And then after we can say that if any compound which can have one chiral carbon or chiral center, then it is 100% optically active. But if any molecule have more than one chiral center, then we can check the symmetry. If any symmetry elements are present in the compound, then compound becomes optically inactive. In last lecture we can study about the three types of main symmetry operations: plane of symmetry, center of symmetry and axis of symmetry, in which there are main two symmetries from which we can decide the compound is optically active or not. First one is plane of symmetry, POS, and second one is center of symmetry, COS. Clear? If plane of symmetry is present or center of symmetry is present, then how many chiral centers are there in the compound? The compound becomes optically inactive. Clear? And if a compound have only one chiral carbon, therefore we can say that this compound is optically active 100%. Now we can think about some examples and questions regarding to the last theories and optical activity. First question is that from the following, which is optically active? From the following, which is optically active? In A, we can have C, H, Br, CLD. B option, C, Br, H, Br, H. C option, CS3, COH, H, COH, H and CS3. D option, 6-membered cyclic ring. Here a CS3 in a dash and here a CS3 in a wedge. From first we can think about the optical isomerism. In first, we can say that these carbon have 4 different valencies: hydrogen, deuterium, Cl and Br. Therefore, it is a chiral carbon, and only one chiral carbons are present in a compound. Therefore, we can say that this compound is 100% optically active. This compound is 100% optically active. Now we can think about this. If you can think about this, it is not a chiral carbon. Very simple, because it's have same bromine atoms or same hydrogen atoms. Or we can also say that it can have plane of symmetry. If you can pass the plane from the center, it can divide into the two parts. Or also we can say that plane of symmetry or no chiral carbon. You know about the chiral carbon. The carbon which can have 4 different valencies is known as chiral carbon. Therefore here no chiral carbon. There B is optically inactive, not active. If you can think about that, here H, CS3, OH and that means that it is a chiral carbon. CS3, OH, H and this means that this carbon is also a chiral carbon. But if we can have more than one chiral carbon, therefore we can think about the symmetry operations. If we can cut from the center of the molecule by the plane, it cuts into the two parts. Therefore it is plane of symmetry is present. We can say that the compound is optically inactive. Clear? Yes, it can have 2 chiral center, but it is optically inactive due to the plane of symmetry. Due to the plane of symmetry. Clear? Next one. Here, if you can think about the chiral carbon, here C, H, CS3, this part and this part. Here, 2 different. Here CS3, CS3. Sorry, CS2, CS2. Here also is CS2, CS2. CH and CS3 means that this carbon is not a chiral carbon. Therefore, compound is optically inactive. And if you can think about the symmetry operation, it can have center of symmetry. Because if you can consider a center, we can go through 2 different sides, opposite sides on the same distance. We can have carbon-carbon. If you can go through 2 opposite sides, we can have CS3 and CS3. Therefore, we can say that the molecule have a center of symmetry and molecule does not become optically active. It is also optically inactive compound. Therefore, answer is A, because A have a chiral carbon and not any symmetry operations are there in the molecule, and remainings are like that. Clear? Second question is that find all the isomers of dichloropropane. Find all the isomers of dichloropropane means that you can consider structural isomer, you can consider geometrical, you can consider optical, whatever. Isomer એવો શબ્દ યુઝ કરેલો છે, મતલબ કે બધા જ આઈસોમરને આપણે કન્સિડર કરી લેશું. ઓપ્શન A 6, B 5, C 4, D 3. Now we can think about the first isomer of dichloropropan. ડાયક્લોરોપ્રોપેન કીધું, કોઈ ચોખવટ નથી કીધી કે 1,2 ડાયક્લોરોપ્રોપેન કે 1,3 ડાયક્લોરોપ્રોપેન કે 1,1 કે 2,2 whatever. તો ફર્સ્ટ વી કેન થિંક અબાઉટ દેટ. ઇટ ઇઝ 1,1 ડાયક્લોરોપ્રોપેન. ફર્સ્ટ સ્ટ્રક્ચર આવું પોસિબલ બનશે, 1,1 ડાયક્લોરોપ્રોપેન, મિથેન, ઇથેન, પ્રોપેન. ક્લિયર? First isomer is that. If we can think about that, it is optically inactive because this carbon is not a chiral carbon, it is also not a chiral carbon, it is also not a chiral carbon because it can have two similar atoms carbon. Therefore, it is not a optical active. Now we can think about the second possibility, which is like that. CH3, CH2, Cl, Cl means that 1,2 dichloropropane. It is 1,1 dichloropropane. It is 1,2 dichloropropane. If we can think about this molecule, this carbon is a chiral carbon because one valency is CH3, second one is Cl, third one is H. Here we can write here H, and fourth one is CH2Cl. Therefore, it can have 4 different valencies. Chiral carbon becomes a chiral carbon, and compound is optically active because no any symmetry elements are present in the molecule. Yes, if any compound is optically active, then it can have another isomer which is its enantiomer. Clear? If any compound have a optically active characteristic, therefore it can have a second isomer which is optically active isomer of its and known is enantiomer. મતલબ કે જો કોઈ પણ મોલેક્યુલ ઓપ્ટિકલી એક્ટિવ આવે તો એનો બીજો આઈસોમર મળે અને મળે જ, કે જેને આપણે શું કહીએ, એનાન્સિયોમર. એ એનાન્સિયોમર મિત્રો શું હશે તો કે મિરર ઇમેજ. It is the mirror image of this molecule. If you can draw the mirror image કેવી રીતના દોરવાની તો કે આ જ વસ્તુ આખી સાઈડ આમ પલટાવી દેવાની. CH2Cl, CH2Cl, CHCl, CHCl, CH3. Yes, we know that non-superimposable mirror images are known as pair of enantiomer. Means that if you can think about that, if you can here draw one number, it is 2, it is 3. Therefore, you can say that 2 and 3 are the pairs of enantiomer and both are optically active. It is optically inactive, it is optically active. Now, if we can think about this third possibility, what is the third possibility? We can consider a chlorine on the second position. Therefore, the name is 2,2 dichloropropane. 2,2 dichloropropane. Yes, we can consider all isomer, not a optical, geometrical. We can consider structural also because here word is isomer. Clear? Therefore, the compound is not optically active because it cannot have a chiral carbon. You can say that. Next possibility is that first and third. 1,3 dichloropropane. If you can think about this compound, it is also optically inactive. Now, if any question, yes, now we can calculate the total number of isomer. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 total isomers. Therefore, answer is Bombay. Suppose if the question is that from all isomers of dichloropropane, how many isomers are optically inactive? Then the answer is 3 because 1, 4 and 5 are optically inactive. If the question is that how many are optically active, then answer is 2 because 2 and 3 are optically active. And the answer is that from these how many are structural isomer, then answer is 4 because first, second, fourth and fifth are structural isomer. It is not a structural isomer because structures are same. If the structure are different, therefore you can say that connectivity are different. Therefore you can say that it is structural isomers. From 5, 4 are structural isomers and these 2 are the optical isomers, enantiomers. Clear? And the total number of isomers which you can get here 5. Any doubt? Now we can think about the next examples. Here 4 are structural and 2 are optical. Clear? Now we can think about the next example, which is like that. Find all the isomers of trichloropropane. Same question, di ni jagyaye tri. Means that now we can have a 3 chlorine. First possibility, yes, option A 6, B 5, C 4 and D 3. First possibility which we can think here is 3 chlorines are present on a particular separate 3 carbons. Clear? Now if you can think about the optically active or optically inactive, therefore you can say that it is 1,2,3 trichloropropane. Now this is not a chiral carbon because 2 hydrogen. This is also not a chiral carbon because it can have 2 equal parts, ClCHH, ClCHH. Therefore it is not a chiral center. It is also not a chiral center. Therefore it is a optically inactive compound. Clear? Optically inactive compound. Second possibility is that we can put 3 chlorines in a particular 1 carbon atom. Therefore 111 trichloropropane. 111 trichloropropane. Now if you can think about this, it is not a chiral carbon because both 2 hydrogen, not a chiral carbon, 2 hydrogen, not a chiral carbon, 2 chlorine. Therefore it is also a optically inactive compound, not optically active. Now second possibility is there, we can put 2 chlorines in a second position and 1 chlorine in a first position. Then name is 1,2,2 trichloropropane. 1,2,2 trichloropropane. If you can think about the optical activity, it is not a chiral carbon, it is also not a chiral carbon because same, it is also not a chiral carbon. Therefore it is also optically inactive. Now we can think about that, we can put 2 chlorines in a first carbon and 1 chlorine in a third carbon. Clear? Therefore CClClH, CHH, CClH and H. H and H not a optically active, not a chiral carbon. It is also not a chiral carbon and it is also not a chiral carbon because 2 same atoms are present. Therefore it is also optically inactive molecule or compound. Now we can think about the next possibility, which is like that, CHHH, CHCl, CClCl and H, means that 112 trichloropropane. Now if you can think about that, it is CHS, not a chiral carbon, it is also not a chiral carbon, Cl and Cl, but this is a chiral carbon because HCl and CHH, CClH, 4 valencies are different, therefore the molecule is optically active. If a molecule is optically active, then we can draw its mirror image because it is another isomer which is optical isomer. If you can draw the mirror image, it is like that, Cl, CClH. મિરર ઇમેજ કઈ રીતના ડ્રો થાય તમે જાણો જ છો કે જે કમ્પાઉન્ડ હોય એને આવી રીતના પકડીને આમ પલટાવી નાખવાનો, આ છેડાને આ બાજુ લઈ લેવાનો. ક્લિયર? Cl, Cl, CC, ClCl, HH, CC, HH, ClCl, CC, HH, HH and H. It is also optically active. Clear? It is a pair of enantiomer. Now we can have no another possibility to form the another isomer with respect to trichloropropane. Therefore the question is that if anyone can ask how many total number of isomers are there, we can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and its mirror image 6. Total 6 number of isomers are there. Therefore you can say that answer is A. From this, if anyone can ask that it is optically inactive, how many number of optically inactive isomer, we can say that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4 isomers are optically inactive. How many are optically active? 2, 5th and 6th. From this, how many are structural? Therefore you can say that 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are structural. It is not a structural because it can have a same structural formula but space arrangement is different, and total isomer is 6. Clear? Total isomer is 6. From 6, 5 are structural, 1 is optical with this molecule. Any confusion? Clear? Suppose question is like that, if you can give a tartaric acid, if you can have a tartaric acid, then we can draw the possible structures and isomers of tartaric acid. It is like that. First we can draw COOH, COOH, HOH, HOH. It is tartaric acid. It is first structural formula. Second structural formula is COOH, COOH, HOH, OHH. And now we can think about first molecule. If you can think about that, this carbon and this carbon is a chiral carbon. There are 2 chiral carbons. If any compound or molecule have a 2 chiral carbon, we cannot directly say that it is optically active or inactive. We can check the symmetry. If we can pass the plane from this molecule, yes, it can divide the molecule into two equal parts. Therefore, you can say that the compound have a plane of symmetry. It can have two chiral center, but it is an optically inactive compound. It can have two chiral center, but it is optically inactive compound. And these types of compound are known as mesocompound, in which half part rotate the plane polarized light to right side and half part rotate the plane polarized light to left side. There the internal compensation cancel out the total rotation, and the plane polarized light remains the constant, and we can say that it is optically inactive. And this type of compound is known as tartaric acid. If we can draw this structure of tartaric acid, therefore we can say that it is a mesotartaric acid. It is a mesotartaric acid. If we can think about that, it is also a chiral carbon, it is also a chiral carbon. Now you know that HOH, COOH and that. Clear? HOH, COOH and that. If you can pass the plane from the center, it cannot have a center of symmetry. Therefore, you can say that, it cannot have a plane of symmetry and center of symmetry. Therefore, you can say that it is optically active. It is optically active. And if any compound is optically active, we can draw its isomer, which is its mirror image. Clear? Therefore, you can draw the mirror image, COOH, COOH, OH, OH, HH, HH and OH, OH. આપણે આ સાઈડને એને આમ પલટાવી દીધું છે. Now the question is that these two are the optical active because it cannot have a symmetry and it can have a two chiral center. Yes, if it can have a symmetry, therefore it is not a chiral, therefore not is it optically active. From that, 1, 2 and 3 are stereoisomers because all have a different space arrangement. 1, 2 and 3 are all stereoisomers. If you can ask question about 2 and 3, therefore you can say that it is enantiomers because non-superimposable mirror images of each other. If anyone can ask about 1 and 2, it is diastereomer because it is not a mirror image. The compound which is a non-superimposable mirror images, it is enantiomer. The compound which is not a mirror images, it is diastereomer. Therefore 1 and 2 are diastereomers and 1 and 3 are also diastereomers. What is diastereomer? We can show that all geometrical isomers are diastereomer. Clear? Therefore we can say that from these three isomers we can have one enantiomeric pair and two diastereomeric pair. 1 and 2 are diastereomer, 1 and 3 are diastereomer, 2 and 3 are enantiomer, and 1, 2 and 3 all are stereoisomers. Clear? Suppose if you can have a structure like that, but this compound is optically inactive, but it is not a mesocompound. Means that all optically inactive compound does not have a mesoisomer, or does not called mesomer or mesoisomer, because if you can have a two chiral center and it can have plane of symmetry, and from this half part is rotate the plane polarized light to clockwise and half part is anti-clockwise, means that these two half parts are same. Therefore we can say that yes, two half parts are same, therefore we can say that it is mesomer or mesocompound. All optically inactive compound is not a mesomer, it is optically inactive because no chiral center. But we cannot say that it is a mesocompound. Clear? Mesocompound is that in which we can have two chiral center, or it can have a plane of symmetry, and from this plane of symmetry we can have two equal parts. One part rotate the clockwise and one part rotate the anti-clockwise. Then it is mesoisomer. Clear? All optically inactive compound does not become a mesocompound. Now we can study about some characteristics of enantiomer. Suppose we can have a lactic acid like that, COOH, COH, H and CH3. It is optically active from this carbon because the carbon is optically active. Now if you can draw the mirror image, it is like that, and these two are the enantiomers of each other because non-superimposable mirror images. We can say that both are optically active. If this form is a D, then it is L. Or if this form is a L, then it is D. Means that if it is D, then it is L. If it is L, then it is D. Yes. How we can say that exactly it is D or L? We can say that exactly D or L with the help of polarimeter. If you can take the solution of this molecule in polarimeter tube, and it rotates the plane polarized light toward the right side, therefore it is D form. If left side, then it is L form. We cannot theoretically say that it is D form or L form. For this we can use polarimeter. Some another characteristic of enantiomer are no plane of symmetry and no center of symmetry. It is a isomers. It is a isomers which is non-superimposable mirror images of each other. Which is non-superimposable mirror images of each other. Next, they rotate plane polarized light equally in opposite direction. Yes, if it rotates the 50 degree Celsius, if it rotates the 50 degree in right side, then it is rotate 50 degree but in left side. Both have equal rotation of plane polarized light but in opposite directions. Clear? Equal rotation but in opposite direction. Yes, if it is D, then plus 50, L, then minus 50. Clear? Another next characteristic is they have same physical properties and same chemical properties. Yes, it is same chemical properties and same physical properties, but these chemical properties are different with the help of rate of reaction and some other quantities. Means that if you can give the chemical reaction of this compound with another optically active compound, and we can give this reaction of this compound with another optically active compound, then both give the different types of reaction, and we can from this we can separate it. If anyone can say that how we can separate the mixture of enantiomer, we can say that from the different chemical properties or from the reaction of optically active compound or with the reaction of optically active compound. Yes, so I think it is clear. If you can give the reaction of this isomer with optically active compound and this isomer with also this optically active compound, then these two are gives a different chemical reaction with optically active compound, and from this we can separate it. Clear? It is the main point. Next term is racemic mixture. We can study about the racemic mixture like that. It is a mixture of equal concentration or equal quantity of D form and L form is called a racemic mixture. Mixture of equal concentrations means that if we can have a D and L isomers, we can have same concentrations or same quantity of the D form and L form. This type of mixture is known as racemic mixture. 50% D form and 50% L form is racemic mixture. It is 50, it is also 50. It is racemic mixture. Racemic mixture means it is a equal quantity of D form and L form. Mixture of equal quantity of D form and L form or equal concentration. If we can have a beaker in which we can have a D isomer and the concentration is 1 mole per liter, means that in 1 liter we can have a 1 mole. If it is D, means that it rotates the plane polarized light toward the right side up to 50 degree, and we can have another isomer which is L of this D. It is also 1 mole per liter. It is L form, means minus 50 degrees Celsius. Now if we can mix it with 50-50 proportion or equal concentrations, then we can have a racemic mixture in which we can have D form also, we can have L form also. D form is a 50%, L form is a 50%. Now we can put this racemic mixture into polarimeter and we can measure the rotation of plane polarized light. Therefore it is no rotate PPL. Why? Because one form rotate the right side 50 degree, another form rotate the left side 50 degree. Clear? Therefore you can say that racemic mixture is optically inactive. Racemic mixture is optically inactive due to external compensation. Due to external compensation. Yes, it is different from meso. It is different from meso. In meso, we can have internal compensation. એ શું થાય? મેઝોમાં કોઈ પણ એક જ આઇસોમર હશે, સપોઝ લાઈક ધેટ COOH HOH HOH, ઇટ ઇઝ મેઝો. બિકોઝ કમ્પાઉન્ડની અંદર ને કમ્પાઉન્ડની અંદર કમ્પન્સેશન કેન્સલ કરે રોટેશનને, જ્યારે આની અંદર બે અલગ આઇસોમર, આમાં તો એક જ આઇસોમર હતો, જો આ 1 આઇસોમર, આમાં 2 આઇસોમર, એટલે કે આ કયું કમ્પન્સેશન થાય? એક્સટર્નલ કમ્પન્સેશન. આમાં એક આઇસોમર ડી મતલબ કે 50 ડિગ્રી રોટેટ કરશે તો બીજું આઇસોમર -50 ડિગ્રી કરશે, ટોટલ રોટેશન કેન્સલ થશે. આમાં શું હશે તો કે મોલેક્યુલનો એક પાર્ટ 50 ડિગ્રી રોટેટ કરે પ્લસ તો એક પાર્ટ માઇનસ. યુ કેન ક્લિયર ધીસ. રેસેમિક મિક્સચર ઇઝ ઓપ્ટિકલી ઇનએક્ટિવ, મેઝો ઇઝ ઓલ્સો ઓપ્ટિકલી ઇનએક્ટિવ, બટ these two are also different because it is due to the external compensation or it is due to the internal compensation. So I hope you can understand all the things about the enantiomers and examples and racemic mixture. In next lecture we can also discuss about the optical isomerism.